Well, you better. Well, you better.
Yo, man, y'all know where we at, man. We at Madhouse, and we in that location where everything is old and new to us, but new to you, you know what I mean? So the reason why I love Madhouse Gym, man, is because it's like a museum, it's like a playground, it's like the funnest thing you can do when it comes to training. And they blessed me with the opportunity to shoot the pod here, Treau Talks, where we don't take no edits. You know what we do. We shoot straight from the core. And I got my man MJ in the building.
What up?
Y'all already know who he is. He don't need no introduction. But since he here, my guy.
What's going on, man? Thank you for having me.
Hey,
first
man,
and foremost.
appreciate you, man.
It's
You
a
know
beautiful
what I mean?
place. I like this setup, man. This is straight. I see Arnold on the wall. If you don't feel good about this, just coming in to work out, something wrong with you. This is
So
dope,
that's
man.
the reason why I asked him. I was like, hey,
Yeah.
do y'all ever use this area for anything? And they was
Right.
like, nah. They're like, we keep it locked. But I was like,
This is
hey,
creative.
can I shoot my pod in here? You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah, this
Because
is
I feel like
creative.
it has so much history in it,
Yeah.
you know, and at the same time, it's like a good feel, you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
no doubt.
So my guy, man, like you've been in this industry for a while to the point where you built yourself to be a household name. How you get there, man? Like what was the it thing for you that made you just like, yo, I'm gonna push this engine as hard as I can?
Man, honestly speaking, it was God. I had a 20-year trucking career,
Okay.
and I did bodybuilding, and I took a break from bodybuilding because I wanted to start my own trucking company. But along that trucking journey, when I put bodybuilding to side, I still trained the same way. I still ate like a bodybuilder. I still trained like a bodybuilder. But I had a moment where I was in the truck, and I remember it was, you know how something will be kind of talking to you,
Right.
you don't know what it is, right? And it was God, obviously. I'm very spiritual. And it was a moment where it was like, hey, you know, you could be doing more. You could be reaching more people. You can be helping more people. You're bigger than this. And
Right.
it wasn't, not to say that trucking isn't big enough, but I think for my talents that I needed to go to another level. So that's when I really started kind of taking social media serious. And more importantly, I wanted to start a business. So I know I had to be visible on social media.
Cool.
So that's when I really kind of started taking things serious. And then all I did was just, it was weird at first because I was like, you know, I started out, I didn't know what to do. Like any of us when we start on social media. And I was just doing weird stuff, thirst trapping, just trying to figure out my way,
right.
wherever it landed. And then I kind of found my bearings and found my ground. And I found the men that really truly wanted to be better, and I can give them valuable content and be consistent with it. And then it kind of just took off, and I'm really, really blessed and fortunate to do it. And at first, Frank, it was a little odd because I was like, all of the love that I was getting, I was like, these are just basic, simple workouts that they found, you know what I'm saying, cool. And then I would just add a little flair to it, put my own little touch on it, but people kind of seemed to enjoy it. And I just kind of rocked out with it. But more importantly, the joy is just helping and inspiring and motivating others.
You're doing a great job, my guy. So I've been following you for a while. And then once I met you, I really dug into, you know, what you do, how you do it. I noticed that you're doing two different things. And one thing that I also noticed is you collaborate with certain people, you know what I mean, to, I guess, that you feel also fit your message. You know what I mean? So I seen you with Big Ron,
Yes, sir.
I seen you with Rod, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I see you with these different guys, and I see the things that y'all bringing to the table, from Rod being an NFL football player to Big Ron being a transformation king, and now to you
no doubt.
being in the same mix. My question to you is, when you in the arena with these guys, and I would say Big Ron has probably been in the longest.
Yes.
Where do you feel like you got your own lane when you in the same space with him? Because if you look at it, he's informative too.
Yeah, we're completely different,
Right,
but the same in a sense.
So my question is, how did you, when you realized y'all met, y'all connected, when did you say to yourself like, hey, I can still rock with him in the same lane, but still be me? Like,
still be me.
How did you get to that point?
It was interesting because when we first met, we kind of clicked instantly, and it was mainly because kind of like me and you, we share the same, thoughts and energy when it came to training and life, lifestyle. It's not my relationship with him and you and others. It's not just reserved to content or to the gym. We got active families and kids and stuff like that. So we kind of like had a way where we kind of think like-minded. And so how I was able to kind of fit in, because he's more of an educationer. He talks a lot. Yeah. Me, I'm more motivating, my music choices and probably cursing and
we
something more for the culture.
You
know what I'm saying? And so I think I've always just kind of, my mother always told me, be you. Don't try to be anything other than that. And I always kind of, stood 10 toes down on that. I'm never going to be any different. And I would never do that for my audience and for my brand, because then I would be doing them a disservice. You know what I mean? Trying to switch on them. I just want to be the authentic self. And I realized how, because during this journey, I've met a lot of people, and not all of those experiences have been the best. Right. And I realized that there's a lot of fake stuff in this content creation or fitness industry. And I remember I said to myself once when I was on my way back from an event on a plane, I was like, man, I am so glad I can just be my authentic self. That's important. Yeah, there's no mask to take off. There's no, trying to, fabricate something or persona. I can just be me. And it feels good to be able to do that. So I think us being like-minded, but we all have our own audiences and our own brands, but we are still grown men that can kind of come together and collab. And more importantly, the value, yes, it comes from the information, but I think the true value comes in other men seeing other men work together. Right. I think that is extremely important visually, because specifically when it comes to black men, they think that we are always at odds, we're always in competition. Yeah, we all
depending on the nature of the beast, you're right though. We are. You know what I mean? And I think it's two sides. Mm-hmm. There's a competitive nature that we hold naturally. Yes. And then there's also the crab in the barrel. I don't want to see him eat more than me if I'm not eating as equivalent. Right. Where I think, and I'm gonna be honest with you, like even when I met you the first time, I still had hesitation. Yeah. And my hesitation was how to approach this guy and let him know, like, I don't want him to do something for me necessarily. Right. I want to know how you got there. Right. Because me, even though I've been in this industry for a long time, I stayed away from my Instagram. Yeah. So like I didn't care about it. I didn't want to like post it. And I didn't want to like that's just who I was. Like, cause my whole thing is if you got time to really post your workout, are you working? Oh, you know what I mean? You so
just saying something.
So I was like, you know what? I'm cool with it. But what I realized now on the back end, I'm behind. You know what I mean? So I can honestly say that because I didn't take the opportunity to take the wave and run with it when it was hot and all that type of stuff. And I paid my homage to a lot of different people. I don't want you to understand, like, I'm really thankful for you being here, but I'm gonna tell you how I also look at it. Yeah. I've been following Instagram long enough, even though I wasn't using it, to know when people waves came. Yeah. So like I remember the DP wave. Like I remember that wave. Yeah, it was crazy. I was like, whoa, who is this dude? You know what I mean? Right. And I remember what his niche was. I was like, yo, he's doing all the workouts that people can't even think about doing, right? Right. Then I remember running into Ron because he was in the DMV area. Yeah. So when he would come into my gym and shoot or coming in with a cameraman, I'm like, who is this dude? Like, why does he walk around with the crew? And, like, what's going on? Yeah. And then it's even more crazy because even up to date now, when I seen you, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I was like, this dude is huge. Like, what in the hell is he thinking? And then I started watching it, and I'm like, oh, he doing all the things that people think about doing, but he literally doing it. That day, I was training legs, you was training legs, so I got a chance to see you in real life. And I was like, okay, he not playing, he working. Like this is a real grind for him. So my hesitation was like, yo, does he want to educate me? Right. Because you found something.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you this. We're more alike than you think. I was you. And what I say with that, you're not the only one that's behind. That same attitude, I carried that. And my wife will tell you that. I was the guy, old guy. I was like, Instagram, I don't fucking need that. Yeah. I was like, these dudes taking off their shirts, working out. I ain't never worked out with my shirt on. That's all fugazi. I was like, nah, we just get busy over here. Yeah. And it wasn't until I would go to the airport, I would be out about and be like, man, bro, you look like Cali Muscle. You look like Mike Rashid. And I was just, I knew who they were, but I didn't really know because I wasn't on YouTube. I didn't really consume that because I was working. And so it used to kind of bother me a little bit. I go in the airport, it's like, yo, you should work out with Simeon Panda. Not it bothered me about their success. It was like everybody kept saying, you need to be there. You need to be doing. It's like, yo, you look like them. And I was just like, nah, that's maybe not my journey. So when I said, okay, I'm gonna start really kind of taking the business of it serious and recording content, it was like, oh, okay, this is real, but this is hard. Because I told a young man recently, I am not envious of the younger generation that is trying to build their physique at the same time record content. Because the camera, necessarily speaking, is a distraction. I don't care what anyone says. It's a complete distraction. There are times I'm fortunate enough that my lady actually records a lot of my content if it's not moving. So I can actually be in the workout. I don't have to sit, wait, and stop and do all that. I couldn't imagine, trying to build a world-class physique with the camera in your way or, getting your way. So I say all that to say, me and you are alike. I was behind. I still feel like I'm behind. That's why I go so hard because I feel like I'm playing catch up. So I feel like I'm catching up.
We're going to say this right now. He's not behind. Bro, you got 1 million followers.
Yeah, but it just started. I feel like I'm just getting started. It's only been a couple years.
Let's just, again, this is Treau Talk. We just don't call it what it is.
Yeah.
You don't get to 1 million followers by accident. That's not an accident. You know what I mean? That. So this is what I'm saying by why I'm like, yo, it's crazy to me.
Yeah.
You do a lot of different things. Mm-hmm. And it's also crazy to me watching what you do, one, at your size, but two, the way you do it. One, I agree. Clearly me and you into fashion because when I see you, you up the par. When I see me, I'm up the par. Like I thought about it this morning. I'm like, yo, what I'm gonna put on? Because I know he coming a certain type of way. So I'm gonna make sure I go a certain type of way. Because I also relate to that.
Yeah.
But what I also love the most about the situation is, and I saw this most recently with some of the content you've posted, is you've gotten into that information space.
Yeah.
Like even the breakdown of the camera the other day, when you was like, yo, let's unbox this camera, let's do this, let's do that. I was like, dang, my man is taking it to a whole nother level.
Yeah.
Because now you're educating the masses. Like, yo, this is how we do this. Your food day, I saw that.
Yeah.
Your different leg days, your shoulder days, all the things that you're doing, your hit days. Like, I'm very engaged into what you do because I'm learning what I'm not doing. But I'm also looking at what I'm comfortable with and what I'm uncomfortable with.
Right.
I think that's your niche. That's the it for you because I think that's the reason why so many people latched on to you.
Yeah, I appreciate
is because you've learned how to do all those things.
Yeah.
Me, on the other hand, I'm not gonna lie. If I don't got the cameraman, it don't exist.
Right.
Because I'm still old school in this sense where I just want to grind.
You just want to grind,
Like even my competitors, you know what I mean? I tell them, if you don't post it, it won't happen.
Right.
Because I don't really think about it that way.
It had to be a mindset though for me because I struggled with it in the beginning where I had made a conscious effort. I told myself every time I go in the gym, I'm gonna bring my camera.
Okay.
Because I was missing out on, so I'm gonna do the workout regardless. So I might as well record it and give it to them. And when it came to the information and just giving it out, free game, that was because I didn't have it. It was like, one of the things, I saw a small window or perhaps maybe a void within fitness, specifically bodybuilding. I researched for probably about 6 months, social media, specifically bodybuilders. I went to all the big bodybuilders' pages. I was like, they don't talk. They don't show the full workout. All they do is post pictures or maybe show them eating. They don't really show their physique because, bodybuilders don't ever want to peel in the off season, only when it's time. So I was like, well, maybe if I show that journey, you know what I'm saying? Like show my real whole workout, show what I look like, whether I'm lean or where I'm big, and then talk to you about it. And then I found like, oh, okay, maybe this a hit. And it did hit, but the information was because I didn't get it because nobody talked. You would see guys, they would never respond. And one of the things that I get a lot of love for is I respond to all my comments.
Okay, cool.
Because
I
If
just
you are
learned
gracious
how
enough,
to just do that.
yeah, if you're gracious enough to leave a comment and engage with me, the least I can do is respond back to you.
So
You
let
know
me
what I'm saying?
let me ask you a question then,
Yeah.
because you in the beginning you say you was trying to find your way, so you did all the realms of things to get attention, basically.
Yeah.
What do you do when that comment comes across that's off? Like the guy that says something weird, or the woman that says something that you know is
Yeah.
gonna be like, yo, this is treading the deep water. How do you get around making sure
Yeah.
that you communicate with that individual? Because me, when I get those, I just don't say nothing.
Yeah. It was jarring at first, because I ain't gonna hold you, because we from the same place, and from our culture, you don't speak out of turn. And if you speak respectfully.
Right.
Because we know as men, we have to move a certain way. Not that we're scared. It's like, I know if I talk to this man crazy, there's a highly likability that there's going to be confrontation and physicality.
Right.
And we can take it there if you want, but we don't want to go there if we don't have to. So when it comes from the internet, at first it was like, what? Who you talking to?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But then I had to realize, oh, this isn't necessarily a real place. This is a troll that's behind the camera or behind the keyboard that I may feel inferior or trigger them in some form or fashion. So it's not real. You ain't gonna never see me. Me and you look like this for a very long time.
Yeah.
Have you ever been outside and someone said they want to fight you because how you look? Has anyone ever disrespected you or said, you mind your business, just doing your thing?
No.
Have you had any altercation? It doesn't happen. So the online trolls, or say they want to, they say they want to fight me. The racial things, they call me all kind of names. I don't even give it any thought. I respond to some of it very politely. Or sometimes I'll have fun with it, where I can kind of maybe, cut them a little deep and attack their masculinity. But the only reason I do that is to show you, hey, bro, you talking out of turn.
Right.
Chill.
Give me some respect.
Understand your masculinity, because real men ain't worried about other men.
At all.
I had a video that's just went viral. It's been going crazy. I think it got like over 5 million views now. I mean, these dudes are just jumping out the window mad because I had my shirt off in the gym.
No, I'm going to tell you the video.
I'm like, that's not my problem.
I'm going to tell you the video that stands out to me the most that was like, yo, he is ruffling some feathers.
Uh-oh.
You said...
I know what he's going to say.
Your woman.
Oh, yeah. I knew where he was going to go.
I was like, as soon as you said your woman shouldn't and men shouldn't, I said, hold on. Let me make sure I heard him correctly.
Yeah.
So you said,
was this
happy wife, happy life?
Yeah,
that's not a necessary thing when it comes to what we supposed to do as men. I relate to that.
Yeah, I got a lot of slack.
I relate to it because I know how I was raised as a man. Protect, provide, and I need to be whole for you to be whole.
Yeah.
So I relate.
Right.
Which means today's man, and I'm not saying y'all men can't understand where we come from, but we're older, so our upbringing looks different. Our dynamic of a man figure in our life looks different depending on how and where we were raised.
Right.
I can relate to that.
Right.
I just know you said it in today's time. And I was like, this dude tripping. So, and the reason why I said you was tripping is because here's the other side of it. Today's woman is, I don't need. Today's woman is, what about, it's me. Today's woman, and I'm not saying women that's wrong. I'm just like, you, again, fitness guy spoke into this space, and I'm like,
Yeah.
and then I had to think about this.
Yeah.
You got a whole wife at home.
Yeah.
Which means, I'm like, did he run this by her first? Did he
Right.
say it and then go home and be like, hey, I posted something and you might feel.
Yeah.
So
yeah. She was actually right there when I said it.
all right, cool. So let's start there.
Yeah, I got you.
You went into this mental space.
Yeah.
Greatly appreciate. Did you think your wife at all could feel some type of way?
Absolutely not. She's a woman. She's a real woman, and she is a very feminine woman. She understands me and she knows me. She comes from the same era we do.
Okay.
As much slack as I got for that post, I got so much love for that.
Of course, because you got other people like me that can relate.
Because I know my audience. My audience is the demo from 25 up to about 50 men, right? And what prompted it wasn't really anything that prompted me, because I'm not a misogynist. I don't hate women or anything.
You made
of
that clear
nature.
in
Right?
the message.
Yeah, that's not what I'm saying. The problem was they stopped listening when I said it. Specifically, women. It was a lot of young women. They stopped listening after I said that because they were triggered. If you would have kept listening, what I was saying was, as a man, you have a lot of responsibilities, as you should. We're the breadwinners, or we provide.
Not
we
even the
protect.
breadwinners.
Some of us.
We're situated to live a certain type of way,
Right,
for everybody to be whole.
And if you live in gender, if you live by a standard of gender roles, a woman's role and a man's role is to provide and protect and just take care of everything, right? Well, it's very difficult to do that if a lot of men are struggling mentally, emotionally, and financially, and physically. So the message was, hey, as a man, start prioritizing yourself a little more. Take care of your body, take care of your finances, take care of your mental and emotional health. Because I have been there where I've been in an active relationship and I've been depressed because I necessarily wasn't pouring into myself. We all, as men, what do?
You're pouring into somebody
we pour
else.
into everyone else and we put ourselves on the back burner.
Right.
Yeah, that's fine. That's commendable. But there has to come a certain point if you want to push this family forward where you have to be happy with yourself. And the women that had a problem with that, I found that odd because so you don't want a man to be happy? Because if the term was happy husband, happy life, I would disagree with that. I think both parties should be happy. But I think that a lot of men suffer in silence.
Of course
and
they
they
do.
don't really talk about our problems and the things that we have going on, and we just kind of brush it to the side. Black men right now are, I believe, the last time I checked the statistics, are the highest for suicide. That has never happened. And these are young men. These are young men.
Because the pressure is now busting pipes.
It's busting. And
so
all I'm saying is
that's
pour
why
into
I
yourself.
could relate to what you said. You know
Right.
what I mean? And that's what I mean by today's generation, I'm pretty sure was triggered. And I would say some of our generations was triggered also because today's woman is the breadwinner. And unfortunately, our younger and older men are getting comfortable with she does.
Right.
I'm cool with it. I ain't tripping. And I'm like, bro.
Let me tell you this. That's not necessarily true. If you look at the statistics and you go to the census, men still make more money.
I'm
than
not
women.
disagreeing.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm just letting you know if you look at the,
they just throw
the
those
hypersensitive way of living.
They throw those triggers out there to say women make more. And even if they did, I wouldn't care. That's great. No one's discounting that. Because if a woman makes more money, that doesn't make you less than a man. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm trying to get everybody to understand. But you're still a man.
Yeah, but they throw that out there as, they're making money. Yeah, they're making more money. They're still not making more money than us. But they throw that narrative out there because what they do in social media, they take the outliers. They take those visuals. Oh, I seen such and such doing this. Oh, they winning. Well, men don't really show what they got going on necessarily. All men ain't on social media. So we have to stop using celebrities and the outliers as the majority. That's just not true. The problem that I found what made me make that statement was I watched some YouTube and I watched the men's space, and there was this video where this woman and this man they were having this dialogue, and she was very, very just combative, you know what I mean, down on him, this, that, and the third. You could see he was just broken inside. And, at the end of the conversation, she kind of was like, oh, happy wife, happy life. And it kind of triggered me a little bit. And then I just started doing my own research and looking at some content. And I was like, hey, I've never necessarily agreed with that term. It should be happy spouse, happy life, or happy house, right? Where we're all winning and we're all happy. There's nothing wrong with that. If women are complaining about men, they say, we need more emotion. We need you to be more ambitious. We need you to have more drive. We need you to work on yourself and stop walking around like you're 6 months pregnant. Well, if you want us to get to that end, we have to pour into ourselves.
Right.
But so indirectly, everyone wins. She gets a better husband that's more physically capable, more mentally, emotionally strong, more financially stable. How is that not a win for everyone?
It is, but
if he's the head, I just don't understand.
Bro, we cut from the same cloth. But that's why I was so amazed at you doing it. Because, again, if you think about who you are, it's he's a fitness influencer.
Yeah, they don't want you. They shut up and dribble.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to have those conversations.
And now that we have like-minded people like you and I that can go, no, let's tap into this.
Good.
Let's give you some light on why we can be better if you operate this way.
Right.
That's why I said again, I pay attention and appreciate, you know what I mean, the person that you've become and the things that you do.
I enjoy having those conversations. You know, I do want to talk about it a little bit more. I'm kind of easing my way into that space because more importantly, I don't want anyone to think I expect everyone to agree with me. That would be completely absurd. That's what makes us individuals and makes us great is that we can let's have a conversation, a healthy dialogue about multiple topics, whether it's fitness, whether it's relationships, whether it's business, finances. We can talk about everything. I think with fitness, especially a guy, they look at us as like, oh, he's all muscle, he's no brains. That's completely absurd. But we can have a conversation about multiple things.
And they shock when they hear us communicate. They like,
so we can talk about it.
Well. He does this, he does that.
I don't want anyone to be unhappy. Yes, am I pro man? Yes, because I feel like that makes society better. If you have a bunch of unhappy men and no one's happy, I don't think that's good for
it's
society.
Not good for anything.
You know what I mean? And as time evolves, you got to understand. And you start out this conversation, I love what you said. You said the independence of a woman. I love it. That's great. But I'll be very mindful. I talk to women all the time. And there comes a certain point that independence, that shit goes out the window.
Of course.
Because there comes a certain point where a woman's like, I don't want to take my car to the mechanic. I don't want to take out the trash.
I had that
want to do
conversation yesterday.
That's for young girls that's saying that stuff. Grown women, they come and get to a certain point. I don't want to have to do all that heavy lifting. No, I'm built for this. I got the shoulders.
That's
for
why
this.
I'm here.
So that independence, they can have it for now, but be mindful. It is a time will come.
The window is short.
That come where we like, yeah, that BS I was spitting years ago, it didn't age well.
Right. because now I'm beat up.
Because we need each other. Because I'm never going to be, I pride myself in being somewhat balanced. I'm not extreme on anything. I do believe in being in the middle of a lot of different things. So I'm never going to be like, oh, a misogynist, men this, men that. I'm not going to be a simp or pander to women. I believe in a level of balance. You know what I'm saying? Someone would say, oh, I have more of a alpha mentality. My exterior,
you're an alpha
mentality.
male. That's what you are.
But a part of me is very much sigma. I can identify and have empathy with women, and I can have empathy and sympathy with men. It's a level of balance. I can understand both sides. But being able to communicate and have open, honest dialogue and not be disingenuous when we have these conversations, that is the problem that I feel like is within the
I just think you're intelligent.
Yeah, appreciate that.
That's what it is. It's intelligence. So being an alpha male to me is being able to recognize where people fall. Mm-hmm. So that's why, when people like Frank, you so confident. I'm like, no, I'm just aware of who I am. Mm-hmm. It's not I need to be better than you, talk better than you, think better than you. It's just I can also relate to how you feel. So my going statement is your feelings are valid, but it might not be true.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
right.
I get it.
Like,
I totally understand you feel this way, and I will validate your feelings because I can't control the way you feel.
Right.
But after you get through that, can we talk about whether or not it was a fact?
Right. True.
So that's where I'm at with the situation. But I think what else is crazy to me, because recently I just started following the wife, and I'm like, so never knew she had an Instagram, just keeping it a buck.
Yeah.
So y'all came out with a crazy post the other week.
Yeah.
And no, actually it was last week. I was like, say less. She liked it, and I was like, well, who is that? So clicked on it, happened to be the wifey.
Yes.
Scrolling through, so I followed her, started scrolling through the Insta, and I'm like, oh, he got a real situation on his hands.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So how do you, as the guy, well, we already know she accepts what you bring to the gram and all the things that come along with it.
Right.
But now we know you got the woman that men look at, want to see. Yeah. And now she's training, she's shooting the videos, she's doing the walks across the, you know what I mean? She
all shot by me, by the way.
Okay, cool. Get a credit to the guy. But now she's becoming that public figure, that influencer, that woman that stands out in the light where now the men want to say, I know you got a husband, but I'm going to shoot this shot.
Oh, yeah, they shoot it all the time.
My question to you is, and we already know how you confident in your skin.
Yeah.
But I want to dig deeper than that. Like, has it been in a space where maybe you didn't go home and say something to her, and you saw the comment, and it touched you? Have you felt that?
No, I haven't felt that. When I first met her, one of the first things I said to her is like, "You a star. You just don't know it yet. I'm gonna make you a star."
Okay, cool.
So everything that we're doing was very strategic. We
right.
waited for some time, and we started her page the top of this year, and it's grown tremendously because I knew what was going to happen. So everything is thought out and planned. I knew what was going to come along with that. The dope thing about it and why I was able to do it, because I'm probably, in my opinion, one of the most secure men you'll ever meet. I'm not moved or touched by anything.
I get it. Same guy.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So and it's interesting because we see everything. You know what I mean? She communicates and tells me, you know, what's going on, this, that, and the third. But to us, social media is a business. You know what I mean? And she's gotten a Fashion Nova deal through that, which we and other deals are coming. So it's all business for us and strategic. And me and her are so solid and open that stuff like that doesn't bother me. Honestly, we laugh about a lot of comments and a lot of DMs.
That's
and
cool,
stuff
man.
like
That's
that.
dope. And that's
my best friend.
Yeah.
So we like really genuinely you homies.
So what's your advice to the men that's in y'all space?
Yeah.
That's like, the woman carries the same weight that you carry.
Right.
And you like, yo, bro, what's the message? Like when they get that comment, when they get that like, when they get that DM, what's your message to the man?
I would just say, man, know who you are.
Okay.
As a man, first and foremost. Every man, and this is no disrespect to them. It's fine. Everybody isn't built the same.
Right.
Some men, they would never allow their wife to even be outside. You know what I mean? They want to cover her up. They want to hide her. You won't even know I got a wife, anything like that. I respect the hell out of that. I'm not questioning it. That's your household. Then there are other men maybe like me. Oh, my wife is beautiful. She's absolutely gorgeous. And she makes videos and makes her own content that I contribute to. And I let her do her. My wife is beautiful. Yes, everyone sees that and acknowledges that. And honestly, I love it. I mean, who wants a woman that nobody else wants?
Yo, right.
And vice versa. A lot of women. What woman wants a man that nobody else wants? So I think it's a little jarring to people because of our look. You know what I'm saying? We both stand on our own. But I think me and her just have such level of respect, and that's just my fucking friend. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, bro, first of all, me and you think alike. But because I'm from the old school, I'm keeping it a buck. I hesitated before I hit the follow button.
Yeah, I got you.
Because I scrolled and I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And I'm like, because I don't know what I should like and what I shouldn't like. So I'm like, and so, but the other side of it was, then I followed her because I'm like, no, I would like to collaborate with her as well and let women know this is what you can do.
Yeah.
Because that was the other side of it for me. Yeah. But me being human and knowing that I was building a relationship with you, and again, that's being a man, I was like, I don't know. Because as I'm scrolling, I'm like, I can't, if I like that dude, he'd be like, bro, why do you like that one? And I'm thinking to myself, like, I like it because I'm a man.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I was like, you know what? I got to ask this question because I know these are things that people really want to know. They want to know, who is MJ? Like, does MJ rock in a space where we know you confident? That's a given.
Right.
We also know that you outspoken. That's a given. We know you authentic.
Yeah.
But they don't know the human MJ. They don't know, like, yo, this is the thing that I had to get over, or I had to figure out how to maneuver through, or, you know, because even though you're a strong man, we got to look at, men and women communicate totally different.
Completely different.
Like, if a man is as confident as we are, meaning me, you, and I, he gonna still say what he want to say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, he feels like I'm him or better.
Man, listen.
So that's why I asked you, when you see these things.
I appreciate you acknowledging that, because this is a great conversation, because we just had this conversation because we had guys that would post on our page, or they'd be like, oh, your husband is MJ3000. And then they would at me saying, why do you let her wear an outfit like that? And I would say this to those guys, and I'm not even gonna call them insecure. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, that's the way you run your household. My wife isn't twerking on the gram.
Right.
She's sponsored by Fashion Nova.
Right.
It's a dress.
This is what they
She's
gave her
walking.
to promote.
Walking in a dress. It's business. Like, well, how else is she supposed to part? She isn't showing her ass. She isn't twerking. She isn't wearing anything. If she's on the beach, she's wearing a bathing suit.
That's what it's for.
What do you want her to wear? So it's kind of odd where I don't even try to get in their minds. But me and her are so solid and so good because for her, I'll tell you this, two opposites, right? She's the one that made me start taking my shirt off in my videos. I didn't want to. She was like, baby, you need to take your shirt off. People need to see this.
Look,
they need to be motivated. I was like, you sure, babe?
I've seen her twice.
Yeah.
First time I met her, we was at Atlanta Pro. We bumped into each other, and today. Bro, her confidence level is high.
Right.
That's why.
Right.
That's why I asked you
Yep.
where the balance is.
Yep.
It's because there's always one person, and this is my opinion, where it's a little bit imbalanced, where one person is a little bit loving more, one person is a little bit more stronger here, whatever the case may be. And what today, and I'm an observant person because I'm from the street, so therefore I just look at people and watch how they operate.
Right.
Today, one thing I loved about just her interaction as a whole was she's able to confidently, strongly have a conversation with the man. Like, yo, this is what I do. This is what it is, blah, 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 blah. And it's not shadow. It's not like no insecure space in that.
Yeah.
Which means what I also could appreciate was watching you walk away.
Oh, yeah.
Because the other man is lingering. Let me see what he better not say nothing slick.
Right.
So that's why I asked the question that I asked, because I see a lot of people that look at, especially you, at this point in your life, and they're like, yo, is this him for real? Is this how he's set up? Is this how he wired? And then, which means you gotta look at her and wonder, like, is she really for it? Is she really, because again, y'all have a dynamic that's pretty much unheard of in certain aspects. I
appreciate that.
You know what I mean? So that's why I was like, yo, let me ask that.
That was a great question. Like I said, I don't have, I love her. That's my heart. That's my best friend. We're together all the time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. She'll be the first to tell you, right? She was like, oh, I would give her a flowers like, yo, babe, I wouldn't be where I'm at today if it wasn't for you. And she would always quickly say, oh, nah, you had that drive and that ambition, you wouldn't get there. And then I always kind of have to correct her. I was like, I don't think you understand what I'm saying. I'm not talking about the heavy lifting. Yeah. I'm talking about the support. I'm talking about those days where I'm just tired and I can just come home, lay on her lap and she rub my head, or if she can help me with something, whether it's business. I'm talking about those small things that maybe, because as men, we are very simple, right? You ever had a woman that you were dating, without asking, washed her clothes? Yeah. And you were just like, that was the biggest thing
and a woman could. Thank you so much.
She didn't buy you a car. She just washed the clothes. It's those small things that men value that she does for me that keeps me going, where I don't have to worry about the little small, insignificant things.
Women, I'm just going to let y'all know, the one thing that we want is just to be able to come home and take the cape off.
Yes.
We wear it all day in the street.
Armor. Take that armor off.
We strapped up all day.
Yeah.
When we come home, we need a soft place to land, just like y'all need a soft place to land when y'all communicate with us. Like, we look for the same things in our mates, in our future, because that's what we do all day, especially as black men. We got to protect ourselves. We got to speak a certain type of way. We got to move a certain type of way just to be successful. So when we come home, we don't want to do that with our woman. We want to be able to come home and know that's our soft place to land.
A woman's superpower will always be her femininity.
Yeah.
And that is probably the biggest attribute my wife has. She is just so feminine, so soft.
Shout out to her.
Caring. Shout out to her. I appreciate you, babe. But yeah, like, I love it though, man. I wouldn't do it anything else. And like I said, man, everybody, and to go back to your question, do what works for you and your household. You know what I'm saying? We run a business, and my authentic self, you see, I never post anything about flash, cars and houses, because I don't really care about all of those things. I'm just all about the work and just providing good content. So it's not necessarily about all of those different things. Even with the fashion, we were talking about the fashion. this is just how I dress
this is-
regardless.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a norm.
not manufactured. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, it's this. It's really just how we dress as a culture. I would tell you this. A partner of mine, shout out to my boy Cowboy. I used to love how he used to dress in the gym, out the gym. It just had the culture stamped on it. So I used to, and this was over a decade ago. So I kind of picked little things for him when it came to style, but this is just me, how I dress.
Yeah, I get it,
I have
bro.
people mad because I wear a fitted in the workout. I work out in
Bro,
a fitted.
I got one all the time. I don't care.
It's like,
Yo,
you work
that's
out
what-
in fitted. It's like,
People, this is my thing. This is what I always get.
yeah.
They always like, yo, you wore those J's to the gym. I'm like, bro, you go to the club.
Right.
I don't.
This is
This
oh,
my
this
club. Right. So
They
I gotta
just-
be fresh when
They
I walk
just
in.
shoes, and I'll tell you this. I couldn't afford a lot of J's and a lot of
Yeah.
shoes and stuff that I wanted, but I can now. Listen, my wife, she be like, "Yo, you need to get those. She wear them, go and put them on." You know what I'm saying? She done bought me so many pair of sneakers just out of love, and now that I can't afford some sneakers, they still just sneakers.
That's
to me.
because that's what they made.
I'm
for.
gonna wear them. You know
Right.
what they say? What's that say? Shoe box, no shoes.
Yeah.
Because they on my feet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But no disrespect for those that maybe not in a place where they want to wear their shoes or sneaks in the gym. Cool, that's cool. But it's just kind of like, this is just us. This is my club. I don't really go
Yeah.
out. When I'm outside, I'm usually running errands. If not, I'm with her.
Right.
We just hanging out. Like our lifestyle is, we are older. So we've done a lot of heavy lifting with our kids. We got grandkids now.
Okay, cool.
So we like to hang out. Thank
Yeah.
you. We like, say for instance, our day last week on a Saturday, we went to brunch, went to the movies, then went to the club to have some drinks and hung out. But that's our lifestyle. And I think when you find a mate that you can really be on the same wave as,
It's easy, it's fun.
it's so. This is probably the easiest relationship I've ever been a part of. The happiest.
what's up, bro.
Because I don't have to. It's just
stressful.
natural. It just
Easy.
flows.
I like it.
It's just easy, and I think that was really what made me that decision. I was like, yo, that's it right
Just-
there.
this is what I
It's
wanna
just
be.
easy, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the blueprint. If y'all didn't get it, run it
Shout
back.
out, shout
we'll
out.
give you the blueprint all over again.
No doubt, no doubt.
Bro, so we got to get into the
Yes.
meat and the potatoes, man, because you got a product,
Yes.
and clearly this product is clearly
Just
where it
doing it.
needs to be. It's
It's doing
like
its thing.
it's
It's
like
doing its thing.
it's like yo, it's probably bringing homes back together.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It's keeping it's making new homes.
Yeah,
you know,
the reviews
so
are crazy.
so let's one.
Yes.
What's the name of the product?
All right, the name of the product is King Kong Unleashed. Matter of fact, I got a few bottles just for y'all to
Okay.
see. This is our regular. Here you go. That's our regular bottle of Extreme. A regular bottle of. So King Kong is a male enhancement brand, which is obviously a sex pill for men to perform better in bed.
All right, so we got this. This is the
that.
regular.
That's the regular one.
All right, cool. This
This
the
This
regular.
is the Extreme, and that has about 1,200 more milligrams. Is bomb. That's probably recently over the last 12 months became our bestseller.
Okay, cool.
'Cause they going straight. That's for the pros, and now we have a new product, and this is the Focus. This gives you the ability for energy to help you focus your brain cognitives. On my pad, I can't.
No, you
talk.
good. I got it.
Function and just absolutely helps you function throughout the day at a high level. And but the flagship products are the King Kong Male Enhancement. It has retired me from trucking.
Okay, cool.
Just
so
say
so
that.
we know that this is the bread and butter of what we do.
Right.
Of why you here, why you the greatest show on earth at this point. So now, the focus.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna walk backwards.
Yes,
the
sir.
focus. Do we take this daily?
You could take that daily in the mornings because,
Okay.
like I said, it is going to give you energy. And that energy, I had a customer. I guess they didn't read the suggested directions. I had a customer. He took it like later in the day. He's like, bro. He was like, this product is amazing. And this isn't a review. I'll post it soon. He was like, but I was up to 2:00 in the morning looking at the ceiling.
Right.
I was
So-
like, yeah, you took it too early.
So cool. So this product is for, we'll just say, to give you an ability to just focus and function the way
Focus.
you need to move throughout the day.
Throughout the
period.
day, just say
This
put it
not
like
this not gonna this not take don't take this to bed.
No, do
All
not
right,
take
cool.
that to bed. Take it like
Did y'all
it's-
get
it's-
that?
it's
We just gonna focus on being
Right.
great. This is all we doing with this one. We
Right.
not.
If you have a busy day, us
This is
as
where you need
men,
to go.
We got this, that, and the third. Look at it as a natural alternative to Adderall.
all right,
Kinda
cool.
like
So
that.
now we focus. Now, the black situation is This the normal guy.
This is for the normal guy.
So I need to figure out who the normal guy is because I feel like we gonna misconstrue this product in a second.
I got you.
Now, I'm 43, but if the wind blows wrong, I'm still solid. So
Good.
am I taking this? Or am I taking this extreme situation?
You can take both, and let me tell you this. Let me tell you why.
Together?
Not together. Just one.
All right. So one, either or.
Either or. You can
all
take
right, cool,
either.
Cool.
The dope thing about this product is you don't have to have issues.
Period.
To take it.
All right.
And if you have issues, it'll also help with that. For the guys that say they don't need it, look at it like
healthy.
this.
We'll call them the healthy guys.
The healthy guys.
Okay.
It even hits harder. Say you want to just be Mr. Marcus for the weekend.
For the weekend.
And you don't even want to have to think about it. You ready to go, pound town, let's go. That's it. That's going both of those products. Now the main difference between those products is this one has the ability to last up to 5 days. Versus this one only lasts up to 3 days as far as longevity.
Okay, cool.
So that is the main difference between the two. So you only have to take one tablet every 72 hours.
Okay,
but it
cool.
can last the healthier you are if you don't have any blood flow issues. Oh man, I have had cyclists that have come back and told me it lasted over a week.
Okay, cool.
So the healthier you are, the better.
The video you made,
yes,
with wifey, and she was singing to you.
Yeah.
Were you on the black or the white?
I think I was on the white.
You was on the white. All right. So look, if y'all want to make the video and get her to sing to you, we using the white one. I'm letting y'all know. I'm going straight white right away. Don't need it, but I want somebody to sing the song to me. So Frank using the white one. So be careful. Ask me if I'm on the white or the black bottle. But if you're trying to sing, I'm on the white bottle.
Yes,
so
sir.
Now, what I really want to know is what made you go this route? Like, what made you say to yourself, I want to be in this industry?
Oh man, this is great. This is a great story. Real quick, I'll make it quick. I've had that product for several years.
Okay.
I just kind of brought it to the market about 3 years ago. So I went to a partner of mine. I was kind of researching a product that I can do because I already knew the sports supplement was oversaturated, but I was still going to do that too, as far as testosterone boosters, fat burners, creatine, all of that stuff, pre-workouts. So I said, I should add a male enhancement to that, but I only want to formulate my own. So I have a partner of mine who's a chemist, right? So I sat down and talked to him. I was like, hey, bro, I've been doing some research on these products. One of the main issues or side effects people are having is headaches, with the honey packs.
Oh, yeah. Never had the honey pack, but I heard about
the gas stations.
Okay.
Right? So I was like, how can we make a male enhancement product, keep it natural, but still hits hard, just like those other products? He said, cool, I got you. I thought he forgot about me. About 6 weeks later, he hits me up. He's like, bro, pull up to the crib. I said, okay, pull up to the crib. He's like, I got this for you. Try it. I was like, what is this? He was like, this is your product. Try it. Tried it. I was like, hit me up about a day or so later. Let me know what you think. I'm good. My sexual performance in the bed is cool.
Right.
But I took that King Kong product and I was like, oh my fucking God.
So
this
first,
is ridiculous.
let's pause right there before you take the product, because I want the viewer today to know what your response was personally when you take the product before we even get to the action.
Right.
How did you know that the product
great question.
was hitting?
I orgasmed and I was still hard.
Okay. No, before that.
Oh, what do you mean?
So like, how did you internally feel? So there's a point when we mentally are aroused, whatever the case may be. When did you realize this was the product and not you?
When I got stimulated and got an erection in a text message.
Okay, cool.
Wasn't nothing
so
visual.
Wifey text you something?
Yeah, and I'm just like, and I'm
you in trouble in a second.
Right.
All right, cool.
So
we want to let y'all know mentally he took the product.
Mentally I was there.
And his body was already responsive. All right, cool. So now was this the normal or the extreme?
This was just the normal.
All right, cool. That's great. That's why I want to make sure we in the same conversation.
Right.
So the other question is, do you tell wifey you take the product or do you spring it upon her?
I didn't tell anybody.
All right, cool. So it's just in your system.
It was just in my system.
Cool.
This is just me.
I bet. You go home, you ready to do what you got to do.
Ready to do it.
In the act, you already said, we know that part. Yo, he let go. I'm still ready to go. My question is, does wifey say, yo, what you want? Does she be like, yo, why you acting like this? What she say?
It was more of,
are you looking at the way she responded?
Well, they couldn't respond because they sleep.
Oh, you
put
knocked
them
her
to
out.
sleep.
Oh, see ya.
They ain't no sleep. You may get some questions
Later.
because when you're in the middle of it, and as a man, you kind of got to stay locked in. When
Yeah,
you're
for
having
sure.
sex.
Absolutely.
With this product, I realized something was different when I'm thinking about my task for tomorrow.
Okay,
why
cool.
this situation, why we're
we're having a
we're
ball.
having inquires.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about the things I got to do tomorrow. That let me know, oh my God, I still
here.
have erection. I'm
Yeah.
here without even thinking about it. So the questions did come awry later where it's like, yo, you was
on
different.
something.
And it's interesting because those are the reviews that I get where guys are like, oh man, this shit saved my damn marriage. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I said. His homes are being recreated again.
Recreated. So there will become questions, but if you're a guy, like say you take this for the first, what do you want to call it, your first impression, right? You have to be mindful. If you do this the first time, she's going to expect this. And I think that's why we have over 2,000 return customers, because
that's what we
you got to keep that up.
You got to keep up. Like, you got to keep the pace. So you got to say, hey, babe, you want the weekend guy?
Right.
Or you want the normal guy? You know what I mean? So she could be clear on who she's talking to.
Exactly.
So you do have the supplement line.
Yeah.
And do you recommend your clients to tap into the product as a add-on, or do you teach them to stack a certain type of way? And I don't need you to talk about all the products, but my question is, because you say, yo, this is what got you out of trucking. Do we need these other products at this current state to go with this, or we can self-allocate this?
Self-allocate that. You'll be fine just with that product. Because I am into fitness, right? I do care about your health. It matters to me. It means something to me. That's why we also, too, we try to upsell you a workout program as well.
Okay.
Because like I said, this product works, but it even performs at an even higher level when you're
healthy.
When you're healthy. You don't have a high level of body fat or cholesterol or high blood pressure. So we're always going to kind of push that you are on more of the healthier side. But I really, but I genuinely care about your health also. So I'm always going to kind of push those two coincide. But I'm also understanding and I'm aware that we live in a society where if I can give you this pill versus giving you a program, I'll take that pill.
Yeah, I got it.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
So at the end of the day, it's still business. But I do care about your health, and I want these men to be healthy as well.
All right, fellas. So this is what I'm gonna help y'all do.
Yeah.
This is focus. Take it in the morning as soon as you wake up. And basically, whether you got a busy day or you got a body part in the gym that you feel like you cannot connect with, you cannot stay stimulated to train with.
PRs have been made on this product.
We're going to focus.
Reviews that will be coming soon.
We're going to focus. Now, what we do also understand that is if you are in a space where you just want to enhance your sex life, you're going to start here.
Start there.
But if you need to knock the walls to the moon, we immediately gonna start here.
Yes.
Just be tread waters lightly and understand if this is the fresh impression you give her, you need to probably buy more than one bottle because you're gonna be in trouble if you don't.
Yes.
So, yo, my God.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm super appreciative because I got all three of them in my hand.
All yours, man.
You know what I mean? And I'm gonna let y'all know. Like, I'm gonna be posting later when I focused.
Right.
And I'm gonna let y'all know when I black bottled, and I'm gonna let y'all know when I white bottled. But when I white bottle, you can trust and believe I'm gonna reinvent the video. She gonna be singing. We gonna pick a whole nother song.
Yeah.
I'm gonna probably do "Slut Me Out," something like that. Like, I want everybody to know I took this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My dude, I really appreciate this.
Man.
Clearly, y'all know it's Instagram, but just in case y'all new to what we do, drop your IG so they can know.
IG, MJ3000, and also on YouTube, MJ3000. That's how you reach me. And on Facebook, Myron Jackson.
So my question is, I'm assuming to get the product, they just got to go to IG or Facebook to...
Yeah, if you want the product, if you're already follow me on Instagram, or if you follow me on Instagram at MJ3000 or Facebook, Myron Jackson, you can go to the link in the bio. Now, the link or the website is plain and simple, King Kong Unleashed. KingKongUnleashed.com. And that's it.
Bingo. So, man, just like that, man, Treau Talks, we in the building with my guy, MJ. Super easy, man. We did a dope workout today.
Yeah, man.
I'm not even going to give y'all the scoop. I'm just going to let y'all see it for
He killed me.
yourself. You know
He's
what
the
I mean?
truth. His name really rings out.
Treau Fitness was in the building today. We had my guy MJ, so y'all gonna get a chance to see the chest workout. Now y'all get to see exactly who this guy is behind the scenes. I'm super appreciative of it. Man, we was here, we was live, we sang, we saw, we conquered, we did all the things. Y'all learned the products. Now y'all just gotta see what we do next, man. Stay tuned. We out.
Appreciate it. Peace. My guy.
Already, it, man. Super easy, man.
Well, you better. Well, you better. Well, you better. Well, you better.